comes to me, I really wanted to be a training captain.
Okay.
I have always looked up to being a training captain. That's what inspired me. Okay, no, I want to be sitting here one day and I want to fly myself.
What is this bush flying? I don't know.
They get down the aircraft. That moment was something that I looked, trust me, it is a nice place to be in.
Yeah.
And there is nice opportunities and you get, my parents, no one in the family has an aviation background. You know, education has no limit. As you grow in aviation, you have to study more and more.
Yes. Welcome to our new series 100 Journeys to the Cockpit. इस सीरीज में 100 अलग अलग पायलट्स की कहानी रिकॉर्ड की जाएगी जिससे आप अपनी जिंदगी के जो भी पहलू हैं, बिकॉज हर पायलट की अपनी एक अलग स्टोरी है, अलग स्ट्रगल है। आपको और आपके गार्जियन को आपके पायलट बनने के करियर के जो राह है और उसमें जो अड़चनें आती हैं सबको क्लियर करने में मदद करेगी। थैंक यू सो मच।
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल कैप्टन पी कुमार। आज जो हम बात करेंगे वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यंग गेस्ट, ही इज कैप्टन। सो नॉट ओनली आई एम इंटरव्यूइंग बिकॉज ही इज एन इंस्ट्रक्टर, सो गुड न्यूज़ not for only those who are aspiring pilot but also those who have cleared DGCA exams. If they are planning for the flying club in South Africa, so that would be great help. I'm going to ask so many questions. Let me welcome Abhishay Solanki. So thank you so much to give me your precious time. Everybody on my channel would like to know, because you know I'm on a journey to record 100 journeys to the cockpit.
Oh, that's nice.
I really love more different pilot to record, so everybody can relate. Your journey is very interesting because you are an instructor.
Yes.
So I would really appreciate and I would welcome you and I would request you to tell your journey to everyone, to me.
Sure.
All right, and I'll keep bothering you in between wherever I want.
That is fine.
So all yours, please.
Okay. So my name is Abhishay Solanki. I'm actually from Tanzania and I'm 24 years old. I started my journey when I was about 17 years old, and I aspired this back in the days from when I was going to military air shows, and my parents would take me there to see aircrafts do turns and you know, different maneuvers. And I was interested, after those shows I'd get to go sit inside the cockpit and you know, see that how it looks inside there, and that's what inspired me. Okay, no, I want to be sitting here one day and I want to fly myself. So with that journey I came forward, finished school, and I jumped into finding schools.
Okay.
Found a school in South Africa, did my training here and completed in 2021. Once I finished my training.
So like sorry to interrupt
No
you.
worries.
That air show
Yes.
changed the thought process in our life. Let's say if no air show, no pilot journey, can we say this?
Not really. It was a spark that entertained me more looking forward.
Okay. That forced you to
Yes,
choose this.
that
Like a
was,
spark was
yeah,
there already.
Yeah, it was like I want to do this. Whenever you know, when they did the whole show, they come back, they get down the aircraft. That moment was something that I look forward to. I was like,
Okay.
okay, one day I want to walk out of the aircraft like this and someone looks up to me. That was
Wow.
what I felt. And that led me to think of aviation more deeper compared to what I would do earlier.
So do you have any aviation background, Abhishay?
Not really. My parents, no one in the family has an aviation background, and that was a difficult step, or that was something that I felt was difficult because I had to convince parents who had to
That is
look,
the biggest issue in all over
that's
the
thing.
world.
Yeah, but I was very thankful. My parents understood after I got lucky to bring one of my parents to do an intro flight here, and he did get very interested, and he was like, okay, no, look, this looks something convincing.
It looks something, yeah.
You know, there is something out of it, because there were a lot of hurdles also from families, because how an aviation lifestyle is.
Yes,
but,
yes. It looks easy and cheesy,
yeah, that's
but
it,
it's not
but
like that.
yeah.
You know, the way you are thinking, guys.
Everyone,
Be
yes.
ready for the struggle. There may be ups and downs.
Ups and downs,
But
yeah.
yes, if it is your passion, that will motivate you.
That's very
That
true.
will motivate you, like, okay, hold your horses.
I need
You
to do
are
this.
going to
Yes.
get there.
Yeah, no, and everyone will reach there. At the end of the day, it is a journey. You will have ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you will reach there. So commitment also matters. You need to bring in that from your side, and it will take you there, definitely. Came down this, I did my training. 2021, I became a commercial pilot.
Okay.
And after my commercial pilot, I looked back to, I was like, do I really want to run only into airlines? So that really got me in a question mark. And back in Tanzania, we don't really have an open market, you know.
Okay.
It's bush flying mainly. So you start with bush flying. So I was like, okay, no, look.
What is this bush flying? I don't know.
Okay, bush flying is basically flying in very small, like charters basically. It's in small markets. It's not like in airlines. It's small markets. You fly from national parks, from not tarred runways. You get normal runways there, like grass runways, you know, dirt strips. And
So the real flying, I would say.
The raw flying is what you call bush flying, and that is what we are getting, we are offered that side mainly because Tanzania is well known for their national parks and the game reserves and all of those things. So that's the camps and all of that are available.
So don't we have any training center in Tanzania related to the aviation?
There is, but there is a lot of there is a lack of information that has put out there, that we feel like it
so
has
not
to
only
be.
in India, lack of information everywhere.
I think that is everywhere.
All over the world.
Yes, all over the world that has occurred. And I think it is more important that what you are doing is important to give information for others to understand
Exactly.
how to go about it, where to go about it, and you know when is the correct time also. It helps not only as a student, but also it helps as parents.
Yes.
Parents will get an idea.
Because
okay, no,
ultimately parents are putting that money into the training.
And everything is there. So that's very important. So that is it's a very big step for everyone.
Yes,
in
exactly.
reality. And
There is a good amount of money is involved.
Yes.
Something which you cannot explain to the guardian. They may say
difficult.
yes.
Yes.
They may say yes, but they're hurt.
Yeah,
you know, they are not worried about money. They are worried about, you know, what would be your future.
Exactly.
What if something doesn't work out the way we are planning?
Yes. And that's what leads to, like, a small mistake could let them think like, okay, no, look, let's just stop this. I told you it was not supposed to be like this.
Yes.
But you forced your way through. And you know, that one step that you're closer will pull you 2 steps back.
Yes.
So information is very important, because that will help not only the student but the parents to understand that this is not only a small step, but it's also important to guide and support your kids, and you know, take them to that step further and allow them to experience this.
Agree.
And at the end of the day, we all have experience in this, and trust me, it is a nice place to be in.
Yeah.
And there is nice opportunities, and you get a lot of entertainment in this also. You know, you enjoy flying. There's not only, it's not about like a 9-to-5 job. You sit there, you have to be there. You go to fly, you will have days when you're flying in windy conditions, in cloudy conditions, new experiences.
Exactly.
And that really is entertaining.
So, like, if I ask you one thing, you know, people become a pilot for money, for uniform, for thrilling, for flying. So what one thing which is very important, which was very important for you at that point of time, like, you know, this is what I wanted?
When it comes to me, I really wanted to be a training captain.
Okay.
I have always looked up to being a training captain. I was always told by my parents that, you know, education has no limits.
Oh, yes.
You can grow older and you still have to study, especially in aviation. It's fun, you know, as you grow in aviation, you have to study more and more.
Yes.
So education is very important. And, you know, training someone was something I always looked up to. I was like, I want to teach someone, and, you know, I want to make sure they get what they want. So that was that is my ultimate goal that I look up to. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you talk about, you know, sitting home and enjoying, training captain has its own perks. You know, at the end of the day, you get to you training pilots that already know how to fly. So it's just a fun, but it's one goal that I want to reach.
Okay.
That's what I want to look at.
Very nice. So you are a trainer not by choice, but by passion.
By passion, yes.
Right. So very nice. You know, what I have been facing, or I would say what I have experienced in aviation.
Yes.
You know, we pilots, you know, we do training, but, you know, somehow we join as an instruction, because let's say if I'm not getting
Any
job in
jobs,
any
yes,
airline or
yes.
something, then I look as an option to gain some hours under our own belt. But you know, we don't like instruction,
Yeah.
right? In that case, both of us survive,
Yes.
right?
yes.
Even the student as
Even
well as
the
us, because we are
instructor,
not
yeah.
happy. We are just making hours, and okay, you get it down, you are just getting this job done.
Yes.
You are not enjoying.
Enjoying it, yeah.
So see, if anybody, if any trainer, this is what my explanation to all the future pilots. Like if you get any trainer who is not by choice but by
choice.
passion,
Yeah.
then trust me, life of you would be very easy. Because I came across a couple of times, you know, the trainer who was by choice,
Okay.
not by passion.
By passion, yes.
Like,
yes,
you know, I
yes,
have to do because I have hours.
Yeah.
So let me increase my salary and let me become
get it,
LTC.
yes.
Right? Let me become type-rated instructor.
Yeah.
But they don't have that patience which should be being a trainer.
Trainer, true.
Because trainer means, you know, you should train a person who is willing to become a pilot, but
yes.
he or she does not know.
True.
So this is what I believe. And
No, it is quite true. You know, it's very important. Any instructor or any trainer can teach you how to fly. You can learn how to fly. People nowadays say through books, through everywhere. You
Yeah.
can learn, but you won't
nowadays,
understand.
YouTube.
Yes, nowadays YouTube. You know, but you won't understand that passion. That okay, why am I doing this? You know, sitting with an instructor who wants to teach you, just to teach you, will teach you, but will not be able to pass on that experience and that relative things that you need to know to enjoy this thing. So you will learn it just like you go to school every day, you open your book, you read, you answer, that's it. But when you open that book to read something that you feel like you want to do next,
Yeah.
that makes it the different person.
That's
And
the real
most
training.
thing, yeah, that's the real training, and that's what you look for.
अगर आप कम समय में सही जानकारी के साथ पायलट बनना चाहते हैं तो आप इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हो सकता है कल आपको मेरी जरूरत पड़े और मैं आपको मिलूं ही ना.
When you look at an instructor, you know, that's very important to understand.
After guardian, you know, the most important person in anybody's life as a pilot is trainer.
That's true. That's very true.
Because guardian have invested money, and now student is trying his or her best
to be,
but yes, because I have seen people in depression, right, just because of the bad instruction, just because of the bad trainer.
Sure.
And see, what I have seen, if I'm not doing as a hobby, then I don't have that patience.
That's true.
And then if I'm not willing to teach anyone, then I try to dig him. You don't know this, you don't know that.
It won't help.
Yeah, it won't help. If he or she knows everything, then why they are here?
That's true.
And we all are getting paid to train them.
Train them, yes.
So this is our job.
It's
So like if all the trainers are doing their great job, I'm telling you, this world would be with quality pilots. I would say.
that's very true. You know, and also, you know, when you look up to a student, as like you mentioned earlier, the parent takes the first step in reality. You know, that's the foundation for any student pilot. The second step, like you mentioned, is the instructor. It's very important for the instructor to mold you to look better for the near world. If it is not him that did it, if he had to just do it by calculation, okay, this, that's how you will look, it would not suit you.
Yes.
But if he did it with working with you, okay, no, look, let's not turn this, let's make it this way, let's, you know, furbish it this way.
You have to make new formulas as per the student.
As per the student.
Not one formula would work
everyone.
on all the
students.
That's
very important. And it gets hard because, like you mentioned, students get frustrated. Okay, no, I don't like this instructor. I don't want this.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is very important for them to understand that sometimes also an instructor has to put a step forward.
Yes.
You know, you have to make a step that, okay, no, look, I am going to change this theory into this way. So in that way, at least I can, you know, help you understand also, and it will make you perform what you are required to.
Yes.
If
You know,
not-
sometimes, you know, as per our aviation terminology, little bit of stress is required.
That is very
It's
important.
good for all the
Yeah,
pilots.
they call
you
it the
know.
healthy stress. The healthy stress is very important.
Yeah. So
So-
a little bit you are stressed means you are checking everything
Yeah.
every now and then.
It keeps you on your toes. You
Yes.
are working, you know what you're getting. But if you're just
Exactly.
laid back and you're like, okay, no, it will come, and there's no stress at all, trust me, you won't get it.
Yes.
You
yes.
won't reach that ultimate goal.
I
Because if
agree.
you are laid back, doesn't really help you. You're not worried. At the end of the day, it matters. You need to have that healthy stress, which helps you. Okay, no, look, if I don't do this, this might happen. Okay, no, I need to achieve this. Let me achieve this. I can get a job. I can do this. I can do
Yes.
this, instead of sitting home and just worried. Okay, no, look, what should I eat tomorrow? What shall I go? Where should I do this?
Exactly.
Just so that
We
the
need
healthy
to be
stress,
focused.
That is very
So
important.
what time did you take to complete your training from zero to commercial?
So I took about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
approximately 2 years. I had quite a lot of holidays that I took. I was one of the
Okay.
persons that liked holidays.
Wow. No, even I like.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
love holidays.
So if let's say if we remove all the holidays out of your training,
Yeah.
so what was the total time?
That's when I say about 2
Okay.
years. Yeah, about 2 years if I remove all the holidays. More than that, I had a bit of
Yeah,
like,
so
up
that's
and down.
okay. The common, time you
Yes.
take to become a pilot, that is between 2 to years.
2 to, yeah.
Wherever,
That's-
but yes, if you are consistent and if
And
you are really
yes,
fast,
that's-
not doing anything,
then you can definitely,
be
you can, yes.
little bit more fast actually.
Yes, yes.
So that's nice. And when you completed your commercial in
2021.
2021,
Yes.
then right after 2021, did you decided you decided to become an instructor, or you had any other thought?
When I finished my training, I did look up to most of my instructors,
Okay.
and I did find out from them, what is different from being a normal pilot. Because like I mentioned, I had the passion also to be an instructor earlier. So
Okay.
I would try to get some information, and with, like we mentioned earlier, it's very important to get the correct guidance.
Yes.
So with the correct guidance, I did get an idea, a rough
Okay.
idea that, okay, no, look, I want to do this. Let me think of it. So I sat down and spoke to a lot of instructors that were my instructors from other places, and got a lot of knowledge.
Okay.
And with that help, I got to, a conclusion that I want to do instructing.
Instructing.
Yeah, so I want to take instructing as a part of
Okay.
my training.
So, being an instructor is very noble job, but I would like to inform you, you must be aware already being a
Yes.
pilot, you can become a trainer in airline also.
That's yeah.
Like you become a first officer, then captain, then a line
Yes,
training
yes.
captain. So they also do on that jet the way
Yeah.
you are doing on this
On this
bird.
world, yeah.
Right? What is the difference, and what you did, what you thought that point of time, I want this instruction,
Yeah,
not the
that,
airline one.
yes. So if you look at it, when you start the student either starts from the beginning, or when you're coming into, he already knows what he's doing.
Yes.
So those are the two differences, and I wanted to look at what it feels like from a student that wants to start. They call it
Okay.
ab initio training.
Uh-huh.
And I really wanted to experience the ab initio training first.
I see.
And to understand what a student would think initially.
You didn't want to teach those who are already pilots.
know, yes.
Yeah.
I want
you,
to
you,
see-
you wanted raw.
Raw. I
and
wanted
then you
to-
wanted to make a diamond.
Diamond out of it. Yeah, that's what I looked forward to. I needed to see that what are the struggles, what are the things. Yes, I had my own journey
Uh-huh.
as a student. My instructor would have seen my journey. But I want to
Yes.
see a student's journey too. And I want to see that journey which I wrote for him, or
Oh, wow.
I molded it for him.
Very nice.
So that was what I looked forward to.
Okay.
And that led me to, okay, no, I want to start ab initio training. Maybe later in the future, yes, I do agree. It's a great opportunity to be in an airline, to teach someone who already knows.
yeah.
Less
effort.
Yeah, less effort. You just have to be like, do 1, 2, 3, and the person
Yeah.
knows how to do it. So
Yes.
it's quite different from ab initio training, and that's really nice. It's a thrill.
I would like to tell you because I have seen my trainers training me on Airbus 320.
Yes.
It's a little bit more difficult because you have 200 people behind you while
yes,
training,
Yes, yes.
right? So that guy is ultimately flying the whole plane.
The whole plane, yeah.
And see, being a trainee, we don't know anything from day one.
True.
Because that is a different world actually.
Yes.
So, but I see both are the important job. I really
Yeah, they
salute all
have-
the trainers.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task. you know.
Yeah.
Like you have to put your efforts, then only
Then
you get
only.
out of that student
Yes.
something.
Even a student, you know, even like they say, okay, like we're saying verbally, and as you mentioned already, that a student who already knows, you know, there are things that don't make it different from a normal
Yes.
training. It's not like they already know how to fly, meaning that.
Yeah.
But
Pattern.
the patterns and all those things, it's very important for them to understand where they are.
Yes.
And for a student who's initially starting to understand, like for a student who's starting initially, the biggest thrill for them is to go solo. But the frustration is when they are still understanding the pattern, and you know, they're
Yes.
learning the landing.
They are
They're like,
expecting solo but not getting.
not getting it. Yeah, so that is one part where the instructor has to juggle between those two, like, okay, let's get this correct, then you know, we can also send you solo. So there is that. And looking at back to what you mentioned earlier, that you know, for a line training trainer, he has to make sure that you understand that not you don't
Yeah.
only know how to fly, but you have to
Yeah.
take care of the 200
You know,
people
let's say
behind
something
you.
goes wrong and
Yes.
trainer is not well.
Yeah, so
then
that
what the hell would
you need
happen?
to- exactly.
So they expect like at least you can land that plane.
That's true.
So definitely.
And yeah, that is very important in that.
But yes, I really appreciate we all are pilot because of this beautiful work.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
I think landing gear of this Cessna is so strong, you know.
It has gone through a
like,
lot,
yeah.
as you can see. You know, we have a lot of
I mean,
experience.
I really salute this
More-
Cessna company. They have made such a
Yes.
beautiful plane. I would say, being an aviator, this is our first love.
Yeah, this is the first bird, they call it. You know,
Yeah.
your first love, the first sight, everything is this. It's a very small, funny machine, but
Yes.
it is at its rawest form, and it's at the best that it will teach you. You need whatever you need to learn from in aviation. This has it.
Yes, it has.
This has it.
It has it.
So this plus your instructor and you are the best thing. That's why they only
This is
have
the
two
another
seats
word,
inside
yeah.
here. Yeah, you don't need entertainment out of anything. You have two seats in here. Your instructor, and this aircraft. You know, and you guys will ride through this. And trust me, at the end of the day, you achieve what you came here for. At the end of the day,
Yes, exactly.
you know, and it's a very beautiful machine.
And I would say, because I've done, you know, airline flying, so this is the real flying.
Yes,
You cannot
that's-
play in airline
Yeah,
flying. You
that
have to
is
follow the procedures.
procedures.
You cannot fly here and there, you know,
You
like
have
let's say there,
to.
whatever you want to do it.
Yeah, you see a
do
cloud.
left, right, up, down.
you
You
just-
want to, you know, experience cloud, go inside
Go
the
inside
cloud.
it, yeah. Then you don't have to question it. Or if you feel like, oh, this cloud is in my way, okay, just go around it. Nothing to stop you. And there were so many people who I've heard from. You know, they say that they really miss to fly
Yes.
in the back. You
Yes.
know, they want to go back again
Yeah.
and fly what they used to fly. And they are like,
Yes.
you know, one of the guys I've heard from, he said that, you know, the thing I'm jealous about you, that was when I was training, and he said,
Yeah.
I'm jealous because you can do a steep turn, I can't.
I can't, yes.
And I was like, why would you say that? You know, these bigger aircrafts, you might feel it more, and you know,
Yeah.
steep turn has its own perks, and you'll be like, okay, I'll feel this more. And he's like, no, trust me, you don't do these things.
Yes, yes,
You,
yes,
you
can't
don't
do
even
it.
feel these things in these aircraft. So
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
oh, okay, I feel bad, but you know,
More automation, you know,
Yeah.
bigger the aircraft, easy to fly, I'm
is it,
telling
yeah,
you.
yeah, no, that's
It
very,
looks like big, but more the automation comes into the picture, and more security, because
Yeah.
you know, people are sitting at the back, so we can't make
but
all
different
these-
maneuvers and all.
Yes.
Yes. It's very important to stick to your
Yeah.
plan. Yeah.
You have been doing instruction, and I'm very happy, you know, you started your journey as a cadet,
Yes.
ab initio training here, and then you came to know, like, you know, the best part out of the training, this is what I want.
That's it. Yeah.
Most of the people in this world are not able to decide what they
Decide
really want.
Yeah, that's a very big question. Yeah.
So I'm very happy that you got the purpose, and you know, you didn't even think about the airline thing. Like, you
Yes.
know, this is what I want to try first,
And
then I'll
take
think
it. Yeah.
whatever is required.
Yes.
So thank you so much to give
Thank
me
you.
you know, this lovely introduction. By knowing your journey,
Yeah.
or this world, especially India, would come to know, like, you know, not only the airline is
Airlines.
one option, you can enjoy your life as a
As a-
pilot, and the real pilot life as a
Yes.
instructor also.
That's true.
So
that's
any advice for the aspiring pilots, those, you know, who wants to come from India to do flying
Yes.
here in Africa?
They should, so mainly get all the information that you require initially. Don't start with a hesitation. Like Captain here explained that, you know, he has guided people. Take information from those people. Maybe don't take from him. Take from the people that he has guided already. And you will see the outcome that they have achieved. And use that to formulate your own method that, okay, no, I want to do this, I want to do that, do this. And that will help you, because the more the questions you have, the harder you putting your stress on yourself. You want to come here to enjoy flying and not just to come here and question yourself, why did I do this? Where did I end up, you know? So try to get the much information you can, take guidance, and try to portray this message the much you can to people.
I always suggest, you know, take your own time.
Yes, that's
and
very
always
important.
consult with expert.
That is true.
Please don't discuss with anyone who is not even a pilot.
Yes, that's
right?
very important.
That advice does not make any sense.
Like a 9 o'clock night conversation will not make you a pilot. So it's very important that you get the correct guidance. Find someone that is helping you. Like Captain here has given a lot of advice, which is very good. It was nice to speak to him today, and I also got so much experience from him to understand.
Yeah, like we came to know a lot of things more which we were not aware about each one of us.
Exactly.
So it happens in all the interviews. Like you know, even couple of my friends, I didn't knew so many things. I came to know
only after.
while
Yes.
So thank you so much for your precious time. Thank you for your time, Captain.
Thank you very much.
See you in Cessna soon.
Sure. See you.
And I'll be your student. I want to, you know, learn it again.
Sure. We will enjoy that. Definitely.
All right. Thank you. Thank you
very
so much. Take care.